I'm curious, did either one of you, even now, where you're both obviously public people and you were sort of thrust into it just only,
8 months
only in
ago.
the last, what was it? It was about yesterday, right? Did you ever anticipate that you'd be someone that is talking about these things publicly? You know what I mean? Like you had
I
this
don't know that
great long piece of work, but now you end up sort of talking about this stuff from a zillion different angles.
Well, I don't think either one of us wanted to become a public figure per se. I think we wanted to do work, and we wanted the work to go into the world. And then it turned out that the opposition to the work, like it's important that this work never be heard, is a very different thing than it's important that this work be heard and that it be evaluated properly, and if it's found to be wanting, discarded. So I think that we ended up spending a lot of our energy just mystified as to, hey, I've come up with this great new thing, I've got a new discovery, I've got a new way of seeing things. Why are people so angry and hostile? And that created a choice in some sense where we had to give up a certain amount of privacy. And I still value our privacy. Like, I don't think either one of us tweets pictures of our children or something like that, or even names them. And I think it's in some ways a little bit uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tremendously uncomfortable. I mean, the ideal would be to have the ability to speak into the public dialogue in an important way, but not be recognizable, so that you could have your anonymity and your influence simultaneously. But nonetheless.
So you're saying the Twitter avatar people might be doing something a little wiser than the three of us? Is that it? They're maintaining their anonymity and at least at some level getting in on the conversation.
Yes, on the other hand, I think part of what is driving the sort of surprise interest, I feel surprise interest in me and in Eric, is the void of authenticity. Mm-hmm. And so the very fact of anything authentic, it doesn't matter if it lines up with the way you think things are or not, just the simple fact that it's unpolluted by bullshit is so powerful that it causes people who wouldn't otherwise be interested in what you had to say to listen. So at some level, I feel like that's the trade, is that we have given up the anonymity part in exchange to illustrate that this really is authentic, and that is driving a lot of the interest.
I also feel like our hands are somewhat forced, that it is astounding all of the interesting and important things that are simply not being said in a world where you go through these news cycles and it just repeats the same mind-numbing perspective that doesn't really, it can't be made sensitive upon reflection. I think